a no-brainer for me, you know what I mean? Fury all day long.
This is Jonathan Agnew of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by heavyweight Tommy Welch here in London. Tommy, how's things been?
Everything's good, mate, yeah. Pleased to be here.
Good. Just want to go back to, I think last month I was at the O2 and your name was everywhere after Alen Babic's win. Yeah, what did you make of Babic's performance, first of all?
You know, to be expected. I knew he was going to come out and put his head down and fight as hard as he can, and he did, and I thought he looked good. Steve Robinson, you know, what a warrior, that man, bless him, you know. He come out and he weren't taking no as an answer, and he weren't going to be, you know, he weren't coming out of that fight without a fight. So yeah, it was what it was. He got the win, and they both boxed their hearts out, and Babic just beat him up for a good number of rounds.
I know there's been talks about that fight before. Do you think that happens this year?
Me and Babic, the ball's in his court, to be honest. Yeah, the ball's in his court.
Just want to obviously move on. We're here at the GBM press conference here today, May 24th. I'm assuming you're on that card. Tell us about sort of who you may be fighting. Do you know yet?
I don't just yet. They got a couple of names floating around. This is just a bit of a tune-up fight. You know, they're going to bring someone, you know, a durable, tough guy for me, just to sort of, you know, carry on building what we're doing and get out there and really sort of carry on perfecting my craft. You know, carry on sharpening the tools, really. And I can't wait to be on this show. This GBM, these boys they're moving fast. You know, they're moving up the ranks, and they're doing a fantastic job with their fighters already. I went to the Sheffield. We had Tin and Bradley, our Irish sensation, on there, who put a great performance in, and I'm looking forward to the future of seeing what they're going to bring to the boxing mix, because so far so good.
Has it been frustrating? It feels like, you know, you're on the verge of a big breakout fight, but it hasn't quite happened yet. Is it been frustrating?
Nah, not really. This game's full of frustrations, you know, from amateurs to pros. We just roll with the punches, you know, and my time's coming. Yeah, I'm not in no rush. My time's coming, and what will be, you know.
Apart from Babic, are there any other names that particularly you want to get in the ring with? I mean, there's a lot of potential fights for you. Is there anyone that stands out, maybe?
Not necessarily. I've got no issues with any of these fighters. I respect all that get in the ring, and the bridgerweight obviously is the route that I'm going down at the moment. You know, start picking, and obviously you have the Okolie fighting Rosansky next. You know, that would be a lovely move for me to get in the mix with them boys, you know, at some point as well. So I'm just doing me, really, and not focusing on anyone else, and I'm enjoying the journey.
Do you think Okolie's going to win that fight?
I think Okolie's a very, very experienced, awkward, horrible man to get in the ring with, and obviously it's his first fight stepping up from cruiserweight. He's a big man. He walks around heavy anyway, so it's going to be probably easier for him at that weight. So let's see what he brings. I think he probably knocks Rosansky out if he can deal with the pressure.
And moving on to May 18th coming up for the undisputed heavyweight title fight, Fury against Usyk. How do you think that's going to go, Tommy?
You know, as a heavyweight man, we have a saying: a good big man will always be a good little man. And in this case, Fury is a fantastic big man. There's not many of them. We have a lot of big people in this game, but not all of them have the capabilities that Fury has. And it's a no-brainer for me, you know what I mean? Fury all day long.
Have you ever sparred him?
I haven't, no. Yeah, we got a lot of love for Tyson. You know, we get on with him well, but I haven't been fortunate enough to share the ring with him. I don't know if that's fortunate or unfortunate, you know what I mean? But
who would you say is the best people you've sparred over the years?
I sparred a guy called Oleksandr Usyk when he was European champion. My dad was training him for a little while, for the last 4 weeks of a fight, and wow, he was knocking guys out left, right, and centre. And I sparred with him, and he was, you know, world champion amateur. Obviously, in his later career and his later age, he turned into a bit of a journeyman, bless him. But he was an unbelievable fighter, very skillful. I sparred Dylan, I sparred Derek, I sparred Fabio, I sparred Fraser Clark. Yeah, you know, when you're a heavyweight, you get in the mix of everyone. It's always great to get in there with experienced fighters that can teach you stuff, as I do with guys that are behind, you know, coming up, you know, in the ranks after me. So it's always good to share knowledge with each other, and there's no ego when you're in the gym, you know, so it's nice.
Just want to ask you for a few other predictions coming up. You got Daniel Dubois fighting Filip Hrgovic. How do you reckon that's going to go?
Daniel Dubois and Hrgovic. Hrgovic, obviously, when he was up and coming, when he was younger, everyone was screaming about him. I remember hearing about him knocking a couple of guys out in the gym when he was training with David Hay a few years back. He was the main guy. I think he's been a little bit complacent perhaps, and hasn't really sort of pushed on how everyone thought he was going to push on. Daniel Dubois, on the second hand, has really shown his colours, and his you know, phenomenal win against Jarrell Miller. You know, he really showed that. Listen, I've sparred Daniel as well. He's a, you know, he's a very tough man and a very hard-hitting guy. I rate him a lot, and I think he seems to have found his place now. You know, there was a couple of questions after the Joyce fight. I can't really say that was him. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I think Daniel Dubois beats Hrgovic, definitely.
And also coming up, Wilder against Zhilei Zhang on the 5v5. How's that one going to go?
Hey, listen, Malik Scott's a good friend of ours. I trained with him out in LA. He's gutted to not have shared the ring with Deontay. I'm a fan of Deontay's. He brings the fire, he brings the smoke. I would love to see him knock this big China man out. You know, he's the big, awkward, horrible man that no one wants to get in there with. And Parker just got in there and done a job on him, hitting and moving, and showed really what people, you know, to beat him, that's what he needs to do. But I think Deontay is same sort of size to him, obviously a little bit lighter. He's going to bring that explosive energy, and you know, as long as he keeps away from that big back left hand, I think he could knock him out. Yeah, it'd be interesting.
And just finally, Ruiz against Jarrell Miller, just announced. Who's going to win that?
I see that yesterday. I think I like Ruiz. I'm a fan of Ruiz. He's short, he's lumpy, and he's explosive. You know, I think he's a dangerous guy. I think if he can be on form, he beats Miller. If not, Miller will just walk him down.
Tommy, appreciate your time. Good luck, May 24th. Just tell everyone where to follow you.
Tommy Welch Boxing, Instagram, that's all.
There you go, follow him up. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you back in action at York Hall May 24th.